Welcome to Gold TV once more, and if you have not subscribed, please consider doing the same. This is your host, Mr. David Gold. Today we are looking at a dream that I had. I believe there's a great teaching in this dream. In the dream is that the girl that is actually peeing, or to put it in a raw form, that she was urinating. And this girl was quite a beautiful girl. It's not something that someone of her caliber should do in the public, and I happened to be in the vicinity of where she chose to do peeing, and she was squatting doing a natural short course. It attracted me to look at her. And beyond me looking at her, I got attracted to her exposed thighs, and I found myself going closer to her, and I asked her the unthinkable if she would pat her legs wider for me to see what she was doing. And amazingly, even though I was not able to see the source of the pee, there was an actual understanding between us that she was willing to do what it is that I had asked her. And the most amazing thing is that we started running a conversation as I was standing around there looking at her, and while she was continuing doing a short call. And at the end of the time of a game, I asked her for a contact, because in my mind, last had already been programmed, and I wanted to take this further with her. So because she was new to me and at the same time looking familiar, I thought that it would be good to continue conversing or communicating with her. She obliged and gave me a phone number. That phase of the dream ended, and I found myself with a phone that was not working. It was a dead phone. I realized it was my phone. And this is the meaning of the dream. The Lord teaches me through dreams, and I ask Him, what is it that you're trying to teach me? And the main teaching is how to overcome last programming in your heart and your mind. This was a dream from the enemy, and the Lord allowed it because we always pray before we sleep. So while men slept, the Bible says an enemy came and planted stuff. So this is one way of the way the enemy plants evil seeds or evil thoughts or programs evil into the lives of believers. The dream world is one of the biggest dimensions in the spiritual realm. If you don't take an inventory of your dreams, you're missing out big time in the analysis or in the teachings or in the training of the spirit. Your sleep life is an amazing time to learn many things from the spiritual realm. In the dream, I asked her to pat her legs wider, meaning that I was sympathetic towards lust. So this is a lot telling me that there are still seeds of sympathy towards lust, and I need to kill them. So if you're sympathetic towards lust in any form, then you need to kill those desires. So number one lesson is that don't look at that which will tempt you. Discipline your eyes, even as Job said that I have disciplined my eyes such that I shouldn't look at virgins. Why? Because some people are sent by the enemy to tempt you, and they will be sent your way. So don't fall for it. Don't look at that place. Don't give the devil a foothold. And your eyes is a big gate, and you need to protect your eyes from looking at each and every passing cloud. And number two, there are girls who the enemy will bring your way. Do not take their contact, please. Picking contact establishes communication lines, and you better stop taking contacts from people who you may have to go and communicate with later, because that also will form a basis for evil connection or evil relationship. Number 3 is that lust programming in your heart will stop prayer. Devotion and lust cannot coexist together. Either one will master the other, and you will capitulate into prayerlessness if you entertain lust in your heart. And those are the lessons that I needed to pass around. If your prayers must be powerful, then you must kick out lust and realize that whatever you see, whatever you open your eyes to, whatever you open communication lines to, that is what programs lust into your heart. Sometimes the enemy will use the television, sometimes he will use that which you listen to or that which you hear. So the vision or visual audio dynamics are important in your life to keep you from evil. Get away from visions of evil. Get away from the things that would attract you to lust and program lust into your heart. Get away from women who will tempt you and who visually are tempting, or sexy for that matter. I believe that's why the young man called Joseph, the Bible records that he was not willing to stay near Mrs. Potiphar. And you need sometimes to keep a physical distance and keep your boundaries from the people that the enemy sends your way, those who you know they are bent on tempting you towards evil. And always remember this one bit I never forget reminding us: don't harbor, do not nurse sympathetic attitudes towards evil. And in this dream there was 2 ways that the man in the dream entertained the sympathetic attitudes, or this is how they showed. Number 1, he looked closer at the pissing woman, and number 2, he told her to widen her legs, or to get her legs wider so that he could see better. Number 3, he established communication with her while she was doing something dirty. And number 4, he took her contact so to establish an evil communication. This is something you should not do. Make sure you run away from that which appears evil. Flee from immorality. Don't converse with it. Don't communicate with it. Don't look at it. And that way you will escape the temptation that is sure to come once you have broken all the rules of the game. Let's pursue purity as we perfect holiness in the fear of God. God bless you.